इतना सा फर्क है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ने में और रख के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही है और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में ये अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी ये एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते नानपुर से दूर अगर मगर शायद से दूर वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी आपकी हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज।
Hello and good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this webinar called Business Opportunity Over Chai is a webinar series presented by the management of Franchise India. Right, so Business Opportunity Over Chai is a webinar series presented by the management of Franchise India every day at 12 o'clock in the afternoon with an aim to introduce you to a new business opportunity. Over the last 27 years, Franchise India has helped thousands of investors selecting the right franchise business for them. Today, we are happy to introduce a design school brand called the Design Institute of India. The Design Institute of India, founded back in 2015 in Delhi, is a top design school that helps students become creative and skilled in modern design. It combines old and new design methods to give students the right knowledge for success design careers. The TDII, I would say, the Design Institute of India, offers a different type of courses like certificates, diplomas, and degree programs in areas such as fashion, interior graphic, and product design. The course focuses on creativity, innovation, real-world learning, and practical projects. To talk more about this, I'm joined with Mr. Tarun. He's the director of this brand, along with the co-director Mansi. She's also the academic head. We also have Ashok ji. Ashok Kumar is the head of consulting in Franchise India. We have Rabia as the key account manager from Delhi headquarters, Franchise India. We have Nankita. She is the brand manager for this this brand. But before we talk more about the brand and the explore business opportunity, my request is from all the attendees, all the viewers, that in case if you have any question, if you would have any questions related to the brand or the business, my request is to please keep on posting it into the Q&A box to make this session more interactive. If you have joined through your mobile, you will have two options. One is the chat, the other one is the Q&A. Please use that Q&A one, right? Because that will help us get your queries visible very easily on my screen. Now, before we start it, I would request Tarun, if you could, let's start with your intro and then we'll move on to the brand presentation. Over to you.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tarun Goyal. I'm the director at the Design Institute of India. And along with me is my better half and the co-director and the academic head, of our institute, Mrs. Mansi Goel. We're happy to be here to present the franchise proposal that we have for all of you. Today, we are to launch the franchising model among you guys across India as well. So, this brings us to the next question, who we actually are. Just before I start with that, I'd like to give you a brief about myself as well. I did graduation and post-graduation in business journalism, corporate communication, and mass communication from Indraprastha University, Delhi University. And after completing these courses, I went to UK to complete my MBA from Cardiff University. And once I had done that, I followed it up with a job with their biggest bank, which is the Lloyd's TSP, as a compliance consultant. And after working there for a good part of 6, 7 years in cities like Milton Keynes, Cardiff, London, I finally decided that it was time for me to fly back home and venture into the education industry, which had been a long-standing dream for not only my family but for me as well. So before I begin with the presentation and the proposal that we have in hand for all of you, I would like Mrs. Mansi to very quickly introduce herself. If you could, Mansi.
You're on mute. Mansi, if you could just yeah.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mansi Goel. I'm a designer. I completed fashion and textile designing from Pearl Academy, post which I worked with a leading export house in India, designing creative home furnishings for them. Then I wanted to add more to my uh, career, and I pursued interior designing. And then I worked as an interior designer with a leading interior design company which deals in luxury American furniture. I worked with them for a good 3, 4 years, and now I am bringing all my expertise to this institute to help the future students build their careers. Thank you all.
Great,
Now
thanks so
Tarun
much.
will take it forward.
Sure. You need to unmute.
So before I start with the presentation, I would just brief you guys on how this would go. So we'll run through the presentation, and if you guys have any questions, we'll be happy to take those questions later on. The financials would also be discussed once the presentation is over. So I think we'll be able to answer all your questions throughout the presentation. But if you still would be having any questions, you can feel free to ask those questions. So here we begin. So basically, I hope all of you are able to see the presentation on your system.
No,
Just a
no,
second, I
Tarun.
haven't shared. Just a second. I hope it's visible now.
It's loading now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who are we? That's the most important question to ask anyone or any company for that matter. So we are a 40 years old company. It's a family-owned company. We started our business in government contracting under the firm names of Messrs. Arun Kumar Goyal and Messrs. Jagdish Construction Company. So we started as government contractors in various departments across Delhi, like Delhi Jal Board, DDA, MCD, etc. And then we spread over multiple states like Punjab, Haryana, UP, Gujarat, and then so on. I mean, like, so we are associated with municipal corporations over there, and we are taking government contracts. So this legacy started like 40 years back. The company started 40 years back. Then around 20 years back, we ventured into real estate as well, which is spread across Delhi. So we are into buying and purchasing of real estate, specifically in Delhi only. And back in 2015, we finally decided that it was the right time to get into the education industry, and that's how we came up with the idea of this institute and designing institute in specific. So just to show you the commitment of the brand in the sorry, the company in the brand. We invested from day one. We had been very serious about it, and the investment happened. First investment happened in our premises. So we have almost 10,000 square feet of area spanning over 3 floors. It's the company owned premises. So we are not on any kind of lease when we talk about the brand, which actually shows the commitment of the company towards the brand, specifically TDII. Okay, and then just to give you about the give you an idea about the size of the company, 2024, 2025 turnover approximately was 50 crore INR, and that is how strongly the company is moving ahead. And here we are today to present this franchising opportunity in front of you all. This brings us to the next question of why education and how we narrow down on education. There is a very small or a short story, I would say, behind this. Back in 2000, 2001, when I was in standard 12th, while having a chat with my dad about where all we can venture into as a business and how can we grow the company, we thought about getting into the education industry as well to impart meaningful and practical knowledge to the students so they can build their careers. We wanted to do something for the society as well, alongside with running a business and generating revenue and profits for ourselves. So that is where the seed was infused into the soil back in 2000, 2001. And like I said earlier, once I was done with my MBA and I had garnered enough experience working under someone and working abroad in a country like UK, I finally decided back in 2014, 15 to come back home and then start with this venture. So that is how we started. And if you ask me why designing, when we did our research back in 2014, 2015, we narrowed down on the scope of designing because it is still an I would say the scope is there, the scope is brilliant, but it is still an untapped industry. So if you would see all the universities and all the bigger or smaller players these days, they are getting into design education as well because the prospects when it comes to students studying designing has gone up drastically. Okay, so let's move forward and get into. So that is the vision of the institute and the core team. And now, when we talk about the mentors and people who are running the show, we have people who have done PhDs in designing. Then we have people like me who are MBAs. We have CAs. We have expert designers like Mansi. So we have the core team is really strong. So the values of all the courses and whatever we are doing here in the head office or in the organization is really commendable. And that is how we came to the step of going out into the market and starting the franchisee. When we talk about the courses which we are offering to all the students, we are trying to cater to the requirements of all our students. And how we do that is we have courses starting from 6 months, stretching all the way from 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, to up to 4 years. So we have both the degree courses and we also have diploma courses. Just to make sure that we have the best of the universities on board with us, we have NAAC A plus accredited universities, UGC recognized universities, with them, we have technical collaboration universities like Subhati University, which is in Meerut, UP, and we also have a technical collaboration with Manglayatan University, which is in Aligarh, UP. So we are not leaving any stone unturned to garner interest from the universities and giving the best of the knowledge to our students to prepare them for the industry. So here you can see on this particular slide, you can see what all courses we are offering. The major courses like BFA in fashion designing. We're also offering B design. These are 4 years degree programs. We also are offering B VOC, which is a 3 years degree program. And then when we talk about diploma programs for our 12th pass student, we have professional undergraduate diploma, which is a 3 years program, 2 years advanced diploma, and 1 year diploma as well. So for a student who doesn't have time, for people working professionals, housewives who don't have time to study or to do a longer period course like 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years, we have specifically designed these 1 year, 2 years courses for those students. So to tap on the target audience, to have a bigger target audience and build on that audience, which in turn obviously generates more revenue and profits for our brand. And that will be the case for our franchisee partners as well. Similarly, we have master's courses as well, which are the postgraduate courses. You can see here on the slide, we have MBA in fashion design. We also have 2 years degree program of MVogue in fashion. And we also have MFD in fashion designing through Subharti University. Alongside, for students who don't want to go for degree courses, we have master's diploma in fashion designing. So we are catering to all the requirements. Similarly, in interior designing, we have BVoc, BSc, and B Design as well. 3 years. All of these courses are 3 years or 4 years degree programs. When we talk about professional diploma programs, we have diploma of 1 year, 2 years advanced diploma, and professional undergraduate diploma, which is a 3 years course. All of these are 3 years diploma courses. And to mention over here specifically, all our degree programs are dual qualification programs. So the students are not only getting aggregated with a degree, they will also be getting a diploma. They're getting a diploma of 3 years professional undergraduate alongside with the degree program. So basically, they're having a dual qualification once they have completed the course after 3 years or maybe 4 years. Similarly, postgraduate courses for interior designing are MBAs, MSc, and Master's Diploma in Interior Designing as well. Then we have textile designing. Again, BVoc, BSc, 3 years. Then we have diploma courses of 1 year, advanced diploma 2 years, and professional undergraduate diploma 3 years. And similarly, MBA, MVoc, and master's diploma, which are postgraduate courses for students who are already graduates. Then jewelry designing as well. There are a very few institutes and universities who are running jewelry designing courses these days, and we are able to garner sufficient interest to run a successful batch every year in jewelry designing. So, which is really commendable and takes a lot of effort to have interest in jewelry designing as well. But we have been able to do that since 2015, since the date of our inception. Again, like I was mentioning, we have degree courses in jewelry designing alongside with the diploma courses of 1 year, stretching all the way to 2 years, and then 3 years as well. And similarly, we have postgraduate courses as well, which are MBA in jewelry designing, MVoc in jewelry designing, and master's diploma for somebody who doesn't want to go for MBA or MVoc. Moving forward, so what are the key features when we talk about the of TDII? We have dedicated and experienced faculty members who are really experienced, who are connected with the industry, so that they're bringing on the experience from their industry orientation for the students and making sure that the students are prepared for the industry and the dynamic nature of the industry, because this any designing field is a dynamic field. Something is changing every day, and if our faculties are not up to the mark, or if they are not aware of what is happening in the industry or the market, they will not be able to pass it on to our students. So that's why we have, like I said earlier, a dedicated team of experienced faculties and mentors to assist the students. We have well-equipped classrooms with projectors, and all the facilities and infrastructure is in place. We, on regular intervals, on regular basis, we conduct fashion shows. We participate in fashion shows. Just to give you an idea about it, we have an upcoming show in May itself. We have associated ourselves with Times Group, the Times of India Group, and they show Delhi Times Fashion Week, which is going to happen on the over the weekend of 17th, 18th May. And we are also participating. Our students are participating in this show, and it's going to be a brilliant show. I'm pretty sure, like any other show that we have done in the past. We get into regular exhibitions to exhibit students, to showcase students how it is done in the industry. So we are not only concentrating on classroom studies, we are also focusing on the exhibition and industry visits as well, which is really important for students to get an idea how the actual industry works and how firms work. And that's why we have trainings and internships before the placements, before they get, supposedly if a student is doing a 3 years degree program, we put them on an internship after the first year is completed. Then we put them on a training of at least a month or 2 months once the 2 years, once 2 years is completed. And finally, we start with their placement assistance in the last semester, which is the sixth semester of their graduation. So this this actually gives them an insight on how the industry works. Then we help the students to create portfolios, brilliant portfolios, may it be e-portfolios or offline portfolios, because portfolios is what gives them a platform for the industry to see their work and how they have done in the during their courses, during their studies. Like any good institute or organization, we have 100% placement assistance. But what is different when it comes to TDI is that we are associated with the students from day one. When I say that, what that means is all our faculties are meeting the students from day one. So during the counseling sessions of the students, we keep 5 to 10 minutes for our HODs to meet the students as well, to understand where the student is coming from, what is their background, what do they want to do, and where do they want to go. This helps the core team, all the HODs and all the faculty members, and especially the placement cell, to prepare well for their placements once they would have completed the course, or for their trainings and internships. And I don't know of any other institute or any other organization which does this kind of a thing. So this makes us stand out with the competition, specifically when we talk about having placements for our students and how we work on them. Then we have an e-library, all the designing courses being practical. We don't actually require to have a physical library. And with the internet booming now and all the facilities which we have, and AI booming as well online, we have provided all our students with the platform of e-library, where they can go, they can check out on the notes, on the books, whichever is relevant, and they can obviously gain knowledge from there as well. Not only this, we also work on their overall personality development, but because at the end of the day, providing them with a job opportunity is not enough. They have to be sustainable as well. And how we do it, we follow up with the students once they have got into a placement, once they've got a job, when they're working. We keep in touch with all the students till 3 to 4 months once they've joined the organization, just to be sure that they're finding it relevant and they're doing really well. And if they have any doubts, if they have any issues related to the job, or any feedback related to what they are doing, we are there to help them out. So if you see, from day one, we start this particular journey for all of our students, and this doesn't even end once they've passed out from the institute. It continues for at least 3 4 months more, so that they're not left in between without any support. And if you see, that reflects in our figures as well. So we have a 91% placement rate within the first year itself. So if a student is only doing a 1 year diploma course or a 2 years advanced diploma course, we are also assisting them with placements. We're not leaving them in between. We're not saying that, okay, if a student is doing a degree course of 3 years or 4 years, only then we're going to place them. We are doing it for all the students, starting from 1 year, ending at 4 years. When we talk about the job satisfaction, because we follow up with the students for at least 3 to 4 months after they have joined the company, it comes up to 89 to 91%. These are last year's figures, so these are kind of latest figures. And then we also have 100% curricular internship. So our track record had been 100% when we talk about internships and trainings in the first years and second years of students starting with their courses. Now, moving on. These are a few of our training and placement partners. This is just a limited list. You can really find more of the training and placement partners on our website as well. As you can see here, we conduct educational visits for students. I've already discussed about the fashion show, which we are going to do now, and we do on regular intervals. So we are not only concentrating on the education part of the students, of their development. We are also making sure that the student is going to have a very good life and education structure. So students go out, they do picnics, they go for industrial visits, they go for educational visits as well, which I'll be showing you in further slides. As you can see, some more pictures of the fashion shows. And at the same time, we conduct workshops for them and guest lectures. Just to give you an example, like for interior designing students, we specifically conduct Vastu lectures. Here you can see in the pictures, students are taking Vastu lectures from industry experts like Mrs. Meenakshi and other people. So this is also really essential for the students apart from classroom studies, and we're making sure that we're not lacking behind. Moving forward, this slide gives you an idea of on how the students are celebrating various festivals and enjoying themselves at the same time while studying as well in the institute. Coming to the scope of design education now, as you can see in the slide here, India's textile and fashion sector is currently valued at around 100 billion US dollars. And according to a recent report, the Indian apparel market is projected to grow at a rate of 3.24% by 2027. Indian fashion industry holds up to 13.5% market share and accounts a total of 5% of India's GDP. So it is a big market. And I strongly believe that we still have a lot to explore when we talk about design education and fashion industry as a whole. Now, coming to interior designing, the market size is around 36.4 billion US dollars in 2000. It was in 2024, and it is expected to reach a whopping 81.2 billion US dollars by 2030, which would be a growth of almost 10.3%. Talking about the jewelry market, gem and jewelry market, it is valued at around 92 billion US dollars in 2023, and the total revenue expected is expected to grow at a rate of 7% by 2030, which would take it to a near 133.96 billion US dollars. Again, India's gem and jewelry industry constitutes of a whopping 7.5% of the total India's GDP and 15.7% of the merchandise export in 2023. According to the famous Forbes magazine, India's fashion retail, specifically, we talk about fashion retail market, is that it is expected to grow to 115 billion US dollars by 2026. And therefore, you can see by all these figures, it makes it very clear that India is set to become an epicenter of the fashion industry in the near future. I feel that all these figures, Indian market is going to surpass all these figures and all the expectations by 2030. Again, here you can see the market share, market size of the Indian apparel market and Indian jewelry alongside with the Indian interior design market. You can see that the apparel market is supposed to grow by to over 120 billion US dollars. Similarly, the jewelry market is also supposed to grow over 100 to over 120 billion US dollars, and the interior design market is going to go up to 80 billion US dollars by 2030. So these figures talk for themselves. Now, again, coming back to the Indian fashion industry, the global designer wear industry is currently poised at INR 2.2 lakh crore and is likely to cross INR 6.1 lakh CR mark by the end of this decade, again by 2030. All these figures are till 2030, these expected figures. And the Indian designer wear industry, when we talk specifically about the garment industry and apparels and footwear, and alongside accessories, according to a recent study, is growing at a compounded annual growth rate of about 40%. What are the reasons, key reasons of this growth? All the key reasons are listed here, like economic growth and increasing disposable income with the citizens of India, a booming real estate market and urban development, which is giving a boom to the interior designing market, the influence of social media and technological innovations in the production methods and other innovations which have taken place and still are going on, changing lifestyle preferences for people and living standards. So living standards have gone up, which obviously is garnering more interest in apparels and garments from Indian citizens. Changing lifestyles and living standards, like I mentioned earlier, fashion services for designer labels. So there's more and more designer labels, specifically at places, metropolitan cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Ludhiana, Chennai, Pune, Bangalore. They're coming up like how? So it's just kind of mushrooming now. Then we have a number of business portals as well, where it is really easy for fashion freelancers and professionals to go and market themselves and grow. Then fashion discovery stores and merchandisers as well. So that is also growing. Here you can see in the graph how the revenue share would be segment wise when we talk about the fashion market in US dollars. By till 2025, these are the figures, and as we have already discussed, till 2030, how much is going to grow further. Now, what are we offering to our franchise partners? When we say that, what are our unique value propositions? See, as we started by saying that we have a legacy of 40 years. So we are into multiple businesses, multiple sectors, which shows that we are a successful company. And we have built this legacy over 40 years in multiple sectors like government contracting, real estate, and now education and the education industry with this specific institute, the Design Institute of India, which we started in 2015. So whosoever joins us as a franchisee or as an investor, TDI is backed by a multifaceted reputed firm, and this will ensure partner benefits from decades of business expertise that we have garnered and strong industry credibility. So the credibility of the firm is really high. When we talk about the strong financial and infrastructure commitment, TDI has company owned 10,000 square feet head office area. This is the company owned area, which is spread over 3 floors. This reflects our long-term commitment and vision towards the brand in design education. This will also give the franchise partners confidence in a solid and well-structured brand. Then we have a highly experienced and qualified core team of people comprising MBAs like myself, CAs, designers like Mansi ma'am, then and PhD holders as well, who are going to offer hands-on assistance in setup from day one, marketing, staff recruitment, and training. So we are going to ensure that it's a seamless process for all the investors and franchise partners, and from day one of their operations, the experience is going to be seamless for sure. Then we also have an investor-friendly financial model, which we'll be talking about in some time from now. We have competitive franchise fee to start with, and a sustainable royalty structure as well. Our business model is designed to balance short-term profitability alongside making sure that we have long-term brand growth, ensuring both investor and brand success as well. So that the brand and the investors, the franchises grow together. There will be a continuous growth and performance optimization as well. So the brand is going to do regular franchise review meetings, which is going to help the franchisees optimize at an operational efficiency. They can maximize their returns through this, and this will also strengthen our TDI's nationwide presence as well. Then we have wide course offerings for higher demand, so we are not leaving any target audience left without a specific course. So we have multiple degree and diploma programs across disciplines, like we have already discussed, in fashion, textiles, interiors, and jewelry as well. And this attracts a broad target audience, enhancing student enrollment and ensuring franchise profitability as well. Like I said earlier, we have prestigious university tie-ups for competitive edge. So both the universities which we are in industrial tie-ups with are NAAC A plus accredited through UGC, both the Subharti University and Mangalayatan University. This obviously gives us an edge and a powerful brand advantage as well. Then we have industry-leading curriculum for future-ready professionals for all our students. We are keeping the curriculum innovative, job-oriented as well, and dynamic in nature. So if there are market demands and because the nature of the market is dynamic, any designing field is dynamic, we are making sure that we are accommodating all those demands into our curriculum as well, so that the students are left with nothing before they enter the industry and they're prepared for the industry. So I would advise everyone to join TDI and build a profitable franchise with a trusted brand in design education moving forward. So how are we inviting our franchises? There are 3 ways how we are going to get into it. One is a master franchise. So an investor can go for a master franchise where they can have direct centers of their own in a specific state, and they can sub-franchise centers as well for various other investors. Then we are also going for single unit franchise. So for people or for investors who only want to start their own center and they're not interested in master franchising, they can start with their single unit franchises. Then we have multiple unit franchises as well. So an investor who wants to open 2 or 3 or 4 centers in a specific city or a state, we are open to that as well. When we talk about the responsibilities of our franchises, investment will be the responsibility, ownership would have to be there. They'll have to take care of the rental expenses, HR expenses, utility bills, daily operational costs. Local marketing has to be carried out by the franchisee, the investors as well. But of course, there will be support, which we'll be talking about a bit later. Then the maintenance as well. They'll have to pay a royalty towards to the brand, and obviously they'll be taking home the net profit. So how is the center financial support going to be? We are going to work on the 4-4 model, which is franchise owned and franchised operated. So an investor would be investing in the franchise model. They would be investing in the premises and all the other relevant costs, and they will be taking care, they'll be taking the ownership of that particular place and the center. The area required is somewhere between 3,000 to 4,000 square feet. This can go up. It depends on the scale the franchise partner wants to start the franchise on, and they can obviously build on it later on as well. The minimum requirement we see or we feel is 3,000 square feet. That will be an ideal requirement to start with an investment of approximately 30 to 35 lakh rupees, which also includes the franchise fee of 5 lakh rupees. And this particular franchise fee of 5 lakh would be initially for the first three franchise partners, which this is going to go up to 10 lakh rupees onwards after the initial three signups. The average ROI we are expecting for our franchise partners is going to be above 100%. The payback period or the break-even point, we expect it to happen somewhere between 12 to 18 months. The agreement period would be of 5 years, which is going to be renewable after we have completed the initial 5 years. So, what would be an ideal partner profile for us? We are looking for entrepreneurs who are fashion designers, who are architects, who have creative minds, alongside entrepreneurs who are associated with HR in some way or the other, training and placement services, partners who are already associated with education in some way or the other, may it be a skill development kind of a setup, then industry professionals with corporate training experience, retired professors, teachers with ability to devote time. This can also be started by women entrepreneurs with a strong educational background. So you can see people from all background, people with strong educational skills can start with the institute. They can opt for this franchise. Then we financially, if we talk about, we require people or investors. We're looking for people who have the ability to invest in the infrastructure, systems, and staff, investors or people who can take care of the day-to-day operations and manage the center, and someone who has the knowledge of running knowledge of their local education cluster and market requirements. This would help them to acquire students and plan for students acquirement. Moving forward, the rollout plan for us for the franchise partners is across India. It's pan India. We have a target of 10 to 15 franchisees, which we want to sign in the initial first year, which would be from 2025 to 2026. We are looking to grow this to up to 40 to 50 centers in the coming 3 to 4 years. So we have bigger plans. We are not going to be restricted to 2 or 3 centers, and we want to spread to at least 50 centers, if not more, in the coming 3 to 4 years. How are the franchise going to be getting support from us? We'll be supporting them, like I've already mentioned earlier as well, from day one in setting up the center, finalizing of the location, then helping them with the recruitment of their team, their core team, and the support staff. There will be a dedicated team at the head office in Delhi, which is going to take care of all the requirements of our franchisee partners, may it be related to the universities, anything to do with the curriculum, students. Alongside, we would be providing them with the marketing advice both online and offline. Obviously, we expect our franchise partners who are going to come from various parts of India to have some knowledge of their local market as well, because sitting in Delhi, it is really difficult for us to have local market to understand the more local market requirements. That would be done through the franchise partners. But apart from that, the support system would be provided by the head office. When we talk about the partner value proposition, here we have a few important points to look after. Franchisees cannot get into any competitive business in the same sector in the selected location. Brand exclusivity over your territory would be provided both offline and online rights as well. Just to mention here that we are soon going to launch our online courses as well. This should be happening around in the first week of June. So we are looking after, because there is a very high demand and request from students, and especially from working professionals and housewives who don't have time to come for offline classes, where they expect us to start with online classes. So looking after the interest of all the students, we are soon going to start with our online courses as well, and it should happen in this season itself. We have multiple intakes, so we'll be taking care of the May June intake as well. as well as the January intake. So we are not leaving any month unattended for the students to enroll. Then the franchise will operate at commercial locations after securing. They should operate from commercial locations after securing all the required licenses. The franchisees has to they have to ensure well-trained staff, center heads, faculties, business development managers, counselors, and admin support staff. They cannot hire staff from other TDI centers and verticals. They'll have to offer the degree, diploma, and certification courses which are only approved by TDII. Franchises will be correctly and completely reporting all the fee collections made, the registrations, tuition fees, exam fees. The franchises will have to make sure that they are paying a royalty on time to TDI, applicable only on tuition fee. The franchise fee on the royalty would be, sorry, the royalty would be only applicable on the tuition fee, not on the registration fee or the examination fee. Franchisee has to follow the center upkeep, maintenance, staffing, and standard operations as well. They'll be liable to pay, of course, they'll be liable to pay the income tax to the government of India. 3 months setup time would be provided after signing of the agreement between both the parties. The franchise agreement will be applicable for an initial period of 5 years, which can be renewed after mutual consent with TDI and the franchise partner. The franchises can, this is like a very important point, franchises cannot exit from the business without completing courses of enrolled students. Okay, so this also reassures our trust and commitment towards the well-being of our students. This is the core team which we have here. I've already introduced you guys to myself, and Mansi ma'am have already introduced herself as well. We have Mr. Ankit Agarwal, who is our financial advisor. He is a CA. Mrs. Manali Garg, who is the head counselor, or I would say the senior counselor. Then we have Mrs. Divya Sachdeva, who is the again a senior counselor in our team. We have Dr. Nidhi Arora, who is a PhD holder. She is our HOD in fashion and textile, and she's a PhD holder in designing itself. So this also shows our commitment towards quality education for our students. Then we have a senior faculty member, Mrs. Harbinder Kaur. We have Mrs. Gurmeet Kaur. She is again a senior faculty in fashion and textile department. We have Mrs. Aanchal Agarwal Gupta. She is a visiting faculty with us, alongside Mr. Ankit Gupta, who is also a visiting faculty. So here we are. I think I've gone through everything in detail with you guys. If you guys have any questions, please feel free, and I'll be more than happy alongside Mansi to answer all the questions.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tarun. It was indeed a great presentation. You probably have covered everything, but still I expect lots of people, those who joined through the online, right, would have some question for sure. Meanwhile, I request all the attendees to ask. Now you can start asking questions. Would you like to, I would also like to invite Ashok sir for, remarks on, for his remarks on the financials. Sir, are you there?
Yeah, I want to thank you, Bharat, and thank you, Mr. Tarun, just taking us through the presentation. I think it's a very extensive presentation and very detailed. So I think, and you have already covered all the aspects of the business model. Yeah, so Taranji, you can stop your screen share. I'll share a quick brief about the opportunity. Yeah. So I think India is a huge opportunity, especially if you look at the kind of unemployment is going up. It's a basically serious concern for quality education and skills. Second thing, if you look at the technology, so technology and AI, that is again bringing efficiency, and a lot of redundant work will be eliminated. So that basically is going to reduce the manpower. So the technology again is going to bring a new challenge for employment, not only in India but across the globe. But so even if you so look the opportunity that basically TDI is bringing, it's a design institute, and you go in any business, you basically AI or any technology cannot replace innovation. It cannot replace creativity. It cannot replace skills. It can replace only the industrial work, the repeat work. So the programs, I think these are very dynamic programs. So definitely is going to help community, help Indian students. And one more good aspect of this business, because if you are from design background, basically employment, getting a job is the one aspect, but at the same time you can start your own business. So you learn basically entrepreneurship as well as the skills at the same time. Now if you look at the investment opportunity, so I think it's 35 lakh rupees of investment is a very low investment, and there's no risk. Education and health, these two sectors are considered to be no risk business models. But of course, to start this business, it looks easy, it looks simple, but it is not. It takes a lot of effort to design programs, design curriculum, and build the business. So TDI, they are coming with a basically well-established business, sustainable business model, and financial projections for the franchisee partner. So I'll share my screen and will take you through these projections. And the best part in this business model, that you book revenue in advance. So if you enroll a student for the year, so you collect your, semester-wise fees or annual fee. So it doesn't require heavy working capital to start the business. So that's again best part. So just I quickly share my screen and will take you through the numbers. That will help, I think, investors and teams to understand the business better.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so area requirement for a center that we are looking at 3,000 square feet, but again it can be optimized to 2,500 square feet. It can be a larger space. We can optimize for that. We can customize accordingly. Rental, we are considering around 50 rupees per square feet, because that's we are considering our commercial place. Okay, so as 1.5 lakh rupees per month kind of rent we are looking at. 5 lakh rupees franchisee fee is thus, this is just offer for first 3 franchisees. After that, this fees is going to be 10 lakh rupees for the unit. Now, if you look at the center setup, so yes, of course, the interior fit out that includes your civil work, interior work, lighting, HVAC, and electrical work. So that's around 10 lakh rupees. Then you have design lab. So 3 lakh rupees is the investment for design lab. Another furniture fixture that you require for multiple setups, because you require conference room, you require reception room, you need design lab, you need a fashion lab. Then admin, reception, other expenses around 3 lakh rupees. If you look at the regulatory and other licenses, is around 50,000 rupees. IT and software's cost is around 1 lakh rupees, and pre-launch marketing fund is 5 lakh rupees. And so the pre-launch marketing fund 5 lakh rupees you are going to invest. So this is your pre-launch marketing, and mainly for student acquisitions. So you start student enrollment from the day once you sign the agreement with TDI. So that is the and you start collecting the fee itself. And then apart from this, so that's a 26 lakh rupees is the total investment. Apart from this, working capital we have considered towards 3 months rental, salaries, and utility expenses, 10 lakh rupees, which is not necessarily required. Okay. Even if you start with the 1 month of working capital is going to be sufficient to sustain your business. So what we are saying here, we are saying your initial investment is 27 lakh rupees, but my franchisee partners should have the financial bandwidth of 35 to 40 lakh rupees. Now we'll look at some of the unit economics. So number of students, we have a detailed program. So we have like a post-graduation program, we have degree programs, we have diploma programs, and we have certification programs. So across all programs, even if you enroll 70 students, that means you are going to generate an effective revenue of 80 to 83 lakh rupees. Second year, if you look at my number of students are 84, and it is going up to 115 students by year 5. My revenues is starting at 83 lakh rupees and goes up to 2.6 crores in year 5. So the students that you enroll in degree program, or so for 3 years, that means the student will continue for 3 years. Now, there are going to be a registration fee. So this is a one-time registration fee that franchisee has to keep. Right. Then there's going to be a tuition fee. So there is no cost in terms of tuition fee. So this is, we are considering cost of acquisition. So this registration fee, because we share some kit with the students, that is the cost we have considered. Examination fee, this is basically goes to the university. And again, PG program and undergraduate program, we have university fee. So that basically goes directly to the university. So my franchisee partner, he gets the opportunity to make profit in terms of tuition fee that he collects from the students. So this is the major component if you look at the entire revenues. So your larger fee component is your tuition fee. Your costing in terms of servicing the students, we are saying, is going to be 5 lakh rupees, and it goes up to 24 lakh rupees in year 5. So my margin in the business is very high, it's above 90%. So 10% we are considering as a direct cost of service. Apart from this, 30%, 33% of revenue we have considered towards the employee salaries, staff salaries, and these can be optimized because you don't require all the staff members from the day one. So you can reduce this cost, and they're basically TDI team, they are going to help you how to optimize this cost and improve your profitability. Rental cost is your fixed cost that you have to pay. Royalty to the brands, so again, royalty to TDI is 15% on tuition fee. So they don't charge any royalty on your registration fee or university examination fee. Right. Utility expenses, your expenses around your electricity and water, that we have considered around 5 lakh rupees for the year. And the advertisement and promotion cost, we have considered like 5 lakh rupees. So this is total cost for your student acquisition. Other expenses we have considered, 1% miscellaneous. So total expense for the year is 67 lakh rupees. So my franchisee is making a profit of 10.5 lakh rupees in year 1. Second year, if you look at his profits, it goes up to 45 lakh rupees. Third year is 83, 1 crore, 1.3 crores kind of profitability. If you look at his EBITDA margins, his growth rate is very aggressive. So first year is making only a profit of 13%. Second year it goes up to 33%. So as longer you stay in the business, your EBITDA margins are very high for long-term business. Now, if you look at your returns, the franchisee has invested like 31 lakh rupees in the business. His returns, he will recover his entire investment in 17 months. Considering these revenue projections that we have considered towards the conservative side, right, and the costings that we have considered towards considering all the possible costs. So there is a possibility that even if you optimize some of your expenses, ongoing expenses, and optimize your investment, a franchisee can easily recover their entire investment in 12 months to 18 months. Yeah, so it becomes a very good business. If you look at IRR, it's more than 100%. So it is a very lucrative business model. So I think now I will invite Bharat for the questions if he has some from investors.
Thank you. Thanks so much. I would also invite Amit in case if you have any question.
Yeah, Bharat, I have some question on the behalf of investors. So one of investor would like to ask about the fee structure courses, courses wise. So Tarun, can you tell fee courses?
Yeah, Amit. Yeah, hi.
Hi. So
Yeah. Amit,
someone is, yeah. Please go ahead.
So Tarun, one of investor is asking about the fees of the courses.
So we have courses starting from 40,000, 6 months courses starting from 40, 50,000 rupees. 40, in fact, it goes up to 60,000 rupees for 6 months, stretching all the way to around 1.5 lakh rupees for degree courses per year. These are per year figures, 1.5 lakh rupees. Yeah. So this gives us enough margin to pay for the franchises to pay the royalty, the university fee, and then take home a healthy profit from the fee. And this is so the average fee, if you have to take out for the degree courses, it will lie somewhere between 1.3 lakh rupees to 1.5 lakh rupees per year, stretching from undergraduate courses to postgraduate courses.
Okay. And how the brand will help franchisee for the student admission?
We'll help them with the marketing. That's the most important thing. Like discussed earlier during the presentation part as well, we'll be helping them with the online marketing and offline marketing. We'll be making them industry ready. We'll be making them market ready as well on how to do counseling, and there would be counseling training sessions as well, where they'll have to obviously learn how to respond to student queries, how to present it to the students. So all that training part will take place. But apart from that, marketing is really important. So we'll be concentrating a lot more on that as well with the franchisee partners.
So
What kind of marketing you do, by the way? What kind of marketing involvement you have?
So when we talk about online marketing, we do meta ads. We have Facebook advertisements as well. There are Google advertisements. Then there are other WhatsApp marketing as well. There are tools as well. Then when we talk about offline marketings, hoardings, sunboards, and other any kind of offline marketing, we are into that as well. So these days, online marketing is a major tool because most of the students are present online. They are either on Facebook or on Instagram. So we have to tap that audience by doing sustainable and sensible marketing online. So these are the tools how we garner interest and
anything
acquire our
offline, by
students.
the way?
Yeah, offline we go for hoardings and on the sunboards, pamphlets. So all that marketing goes hand in hand alongside with the online marketing.
Great.
And when we conduct fashion shows, we go for visits, exhibitions. We are doing too many outdoor and an array of outdoor activities. That in itself is outdoor marketing as well. And that would be happening for all the franchises because franchises can also participate in the fashion weeks.
Absolutely, I think, and one more thing here for the franchisee partners, if they are planning to set up the center, they can associate with educational counselors in their market, in their city, and they can get a lot of leads from these counselors, and then they can utilize them for student enrollments. And that's a very effective marketing. And there are a lot of platforms, agencies who support you in terms of student leads.
Right.
Ravi, do you have any question, by the way?
Bharat, I have one more question here. So let's say here brand is going to start online classes, right? So obviously these classes will be conducted by the brand. So how the franchisee will get the benefit of the online classes, online students?
All the franchise partners, they can also run their own online classes. So we'll have a model in place. We'll be doing it for the head office, but the franchisee partners, they will be running their own online courses. These will be the same courses which will be presenting to them. But yes, they'll have a platform where they can either through Zoom or other platform they can run their online courses. And whatever revenue they'll be generating, it will be their revenue. There'll be a royalty part included in that particular fee as well. But yes, online classes can be run by franchise partners as well. It's not only limited to the head office.
Okay, so fee will be lesser or the similar for the online
So
courses?
fee will be less. Fee will be lesser. It'll be lesser than 1.5 lakh. We would not be getting into the degree courses because there is a hindrance when we are conducting regular degree programs. These cannot be conducted online.
Okay.
We'll be doing short term, starting with 6 months, stretching all the way to 2 years. So anything between 6 months to 2 years, we'll be doing online as well. And then these will be customized courses as well. Because when we talk about online students, we get interest from students who want to have customization done. So supposedly if a student wants to learn 3, 4 softwares in a specific field, say, let's say fashion designing, we are designing something where they should be able to do that, and the franchisee partners would be able to do that as well for them. And then obviously there will be a fee structure.
Okay, one more question we have in Q&A box. Are you affiliated to any university?
We are in industrial tie-ups with universities. When we talk about affiliations, UGC doesn't allow affiliations to private institutes. That's across India. That's nationally. So one has to have industrial tie-ups with such universities, with UGC recognized universities, which are allowed under the guidance and terms and conditions and rules of UGC. So we are kind of their training partners, and they're taking care of the theoretical stuff, and we are doing the practical stuff for them.
One more question we have. How many centers own or franchisee currently TDII is running at what all locations? So how many
We
franchisees we
have
have?
this we have this head office in Delhi, and we are launching, we are going out to the market with this proposal. This is our first time. And like I've already mentioned about the targets, we are targeting around 10 to 15 franchises across India in the first 1 year, and then going up to 40 to 50 franchises in the coming 3 to 4 years.
Okay, just a question. I mean, since you are going for the 4-4 model, right? Any possibility if you would like to go for FOCO, just for the sake of curiosity?
We'll have to see the prospects of it, and if it is sensible for both the partners, then we can decide on it. We can go ahead with it.
I think this can be
Okay.
considered for the Delhi NCR location because head office is there, so they can provide the proper
Yes.
support to the franchisees, है ना?
Right. Yes.
Or maybe later on you can hand it over as a FOCO.
Yes.
That's
Right.
true.
Yeah, Rabia, you have any questions? Yeah, please.
Yes, I do have. Actually, we already have covered that we'll be helping franchisee for both online and offline marketing. But let's suppose in terms of admissions, are we allowed to provide any discounts and
Well, we'll leave it completely up to the franchisee. So we have given them a bracket. We'll be providing them with the fee structure, which the head office is, applying on all the students. But they'll have a window to play around with. At the end of the day, let's say if we have 5 franchise partners in a particular state, we don't want to end up having a big gap between those franchise partners when it comes to the fee structure. So we'll have to create a limit of how much they can discount. But yes, they can play around in that particular bracket in all of the courses. There will be a bracket for the franchise partners, maybe online, maybe offline courses.
Okay, Tarun, so how many minimum admission would be required for the break-even for the franchisee?
Like Mr. Ashok also did mention, we would be requiring somewhere around 60 to 70 students in the first year to have the break-even point in 17 to 18 months' time. And then because we are enrolling students into multiple year courses as well, like 2 years, 3 years, and 4 years, this is going to have a follow-on effect as well. So a student who is supposedly enrolling in a 3 years degree program, he or she is enrolling for 3 years. So they become a 3 year student. So the revenue would be generated over a period of 3 years.
And how many total students are there in your head office currently?
Somewhere between 130 to 150.
Okay.
This is apart from the follow-on students.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Okay. Any other question? Dipesh, provide walk-in support to franchisee for offline. Do you charge for leads to franchisee for his area, which will be generated by the brand?
I think
didn't
no.
get the question, but like, do we charge them?
I don't know. I didn't get that
Yeah,
question.
I think what he's trying to ask is if we get, supposedly if we get a lead for a particular state or a place, are we going to charge them to pass on that student to them? If that is the question, no,
No.
we are not.
Yeah, so lead generation is done by franchisee partner. So per lead cost that has been considered as a marketing cost. So 5 lakh rupees
As an
budget we have
acquisition cost,
considered
yeah.
towards that, But in terms of any lead, suppose you set up a franchisee, let's say in Mumbai, any student query comes to Delhi head office for admission, that query will be transferred to the franchisee center in Mumbai.
They'll have multiple tools they'll have multiple tools like Just Dial, Sulekha. Then there are other portals as well. I've already mentioned You have a Facebook and Meta advertisements. There are too many ways to garner interest from the students these days, specifically online.
Okay, the other question would like to take, faculty is a major concern nowadays with the franchisee. At what level you will help them?
So you mean to say in about training
Yeah, I
them
think,
or
no, I
the
think hiring
recruitment?
of faculties.
Yeah,
Faculty
hiring will
hiring,
be
yes.
giving.
Hmm.
Yes, we'll be giving ideal profiles for the faculty positions alongside with the counselors as well and the support staff. So when we are providing the ideal profiles for all the staff members, it becomes really easy for the franchise partners to look for suitable candidates. We'll also be helping them out on how to advertise for suitable candidates. Again, this will be done online and a training would be provided for that as well, because they are the heart of the institute. I'm like the student at the end of the day, and especially in a model like us, where we're making the student meet the faculty members and especially the mentors, the HODs, the head of departments. Becomes really important that they are up to their game and they know what they are. What the industry is doing and what is happening in the industry and how dynamic the industry is and how they're bringing it on onto the table for students. So we'll be helping them from day one into the recruitment process and their training as well.
Perfect. Any other question, guys, before we wrap it up? I think we probably have answered all the questions that were asked in the chat box. Let me just check it. Do a double check. Are you affiliated to any university? You already have answered it, by the way, but still, in case if you would repeat that in short.
We are not affiliated. I'll make it very clear. We are we are industrial training partners for a couple of universities. One of them is Subhardi University, located in Meerut, UP, and the other one is Mangalayatam University in Aligarh, UP. According to as per UGC, affiliations to private institutes is not allowed, and this is across India. There are around 600 to 700 private universities and state-owned and central universities as well, and none of them is allowed to have such kind of affiliations with private institutes. So that's why we are in industrial tie-up with them, and this is under the guidance and according to the rule book of UGC. So we are their training partners. They are taking care of the theoretical content, and we are making sure that the students are industry ready, and we are also taking care of their placements as well.
So means student will get the diploma or degree from such universities, right?
They would have a choice. They'll have a choice. Students can go for our private diploma courses as well, TDI's private diploma courses. Or if they want to, they can go with the universities as well. If they wish to, they'll be doing the classes over here. One of the universities, Bharati University, asked the students to come down there and do the exams over there. When it comes to Mangalayatam University, they are conducting online exams. And for degrees, obviously, these degrees are going to be through the universities only.
Perfect. I think that's it for the day. I mean, just to give you the summary, I mean, this particular brand is providing a lead center, right, for the design education, nurturing creativity, leadership, and technological innovation, right? The brand has a mission to prepare students to the professional success, encourage creativity and real-time thinking. For all this, they already have achieved, they already have a lots of achievement, 100% curriculum internship support, 91% placement rate with 1 year of graduation. And they also have 89% student job satisfaction. I mean, they have almost everything that someone requires to run a successful entrepreneurship. I think in case if you would like to be a part of it, my request is to please get in touch on our number, which I already have shared in the chat box. You can either contact Amit Verma, he has already shared his number, or you can also contact the franchise and the hotline number, that is 9717683838. Or you can also write to us at feedback@franchisender.in. So I think that's it for the day. But before we end this session, I would really like Tarun or maybe Mansi ma'am, if you could share your closing remarks for the investors.
Like I did mention earlier as well, first thing first, I really wanted to thank Franchise India to give us this platform. And this is our, obviously, we are launching our brand in the market and we want to have a nationwide presence. And when it comes to the company, the goals are big. We are looking for serious investors who want to do really well in the education industry, not only to garner revenue for themselves, profit for themselves, but also to take it up as a responsibility towards the society, to impart quality education and meaningful education to the students. So, with that dream and that plan, we are moving ahead. And I'm pretty sure that in the coming years, say 3 to 4 years from now, we'll have a strong network of franchisees working with us, and the brand is going to only grow leaps. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. And I really appreciate Tarun for the wonderful presentation, right? Very clear thoughts, right? And I know that the franchisee who will get associated with you will also have a very clear, the outcome of that association, right? Thank you so much, Mansi ji, for joining us also. And I would also like to thank all my colleagues, Amit, Rabia, and Ashok sir, for being available for this webinar and helping me driving this. So that's it for the day, everyone. So tomorrow we will again come up with a new brand and we'll explore another business opportunity. Till then, take care and have a nice day ahead. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.